that's why you can wear that fly formula with A-stars. You can wear it with,
I'm not even going to argue with this. You can do whatever you want now. I can't show up at your house. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Jason Thomas, what's up, JT?
What's happening?
Have you seen a formula? Have you seen a Fox guy wear a formula, JT? What have you seen? Like, what's the guy you've seen wear a formula that really loves it, that's wearing something else? Have you seen that?
I haven't, because honestly, man, I spend so much time at these professional races that I don't see stuff like that go on so much. I know it happens because I talk to people at dealerships that do it, but I have not seen it out in the wild. I just hear about it.
Look, Answer doesn't have really a helmet, right? Answer doesn't really have a helmet. You can wear Answer gear and a fly formula.
You should wear the formula with fly gear.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. I'm just trying to say how good this formula is.
Yeah, I was just trying to.
The first time I wore it,
Yep.
I could not believe how well it vented. Like, could not believe it. My head was like cold. Then I had to stop halfway down the first straightaway to look back at my muffler because the helmet was so quiet. I'm like, what happened?
Really quiet.
What happened to my muffler? I swear to God.
Yep.
That's the stone truth. I'm like, what's up with my exhaust?
That's funny you say that because I just wore some other helmets last week to test. It is loud.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit.
Dude, formula.
Yeah.
Anyways, so JT, I want to talk to you about Mookie a little bit. I want to talk to you about Redbud, of course, but A-Ray as well. Big dinner, JT, myself, Alex Ray.
Ooh.
At a nice steakhouse in
Was there an intervention kind of thing going on?
It wasn't an intervention. It was just like, let's get to the bottom of this. And then it got worse.
It doesn't feel like it's A-Ray's fault, though. That's the tough part.
No. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it is.
Yeah, I didn't feel like this particular
No.
circumstance was.
No. But how deep down the depression hole do you think he is?
JT would know more than I would.
It's not great, but yeah, he definitely is struggling with not being able to finish and the motorcycle not really being consistent. He doesn't know what parts are inside the engine. There's just a lot of uncertainty. But it's 2020. I don't think he was looking to win this outdoor title anyway. So I think he's just kind of rolling with the punches right now.
As a rider, as a guy, and let's face it, I think we all would say A-Ray's a better SX guy than an MX guy.
Yes.
But he's done well. He was on a Yamaha, did really good at Glen Helen, a few races. In his Tennessee, he did good. Obviously has no points on this bike. Some of it was his fault. Some of it wasn't. But as a rider, your confidence gets to shit. You start questioning yourself, like, can I do this?
Well, he qualified 33rd.
That's he's better than that, though.
Is he in outdoors?
Yes. I would.
He should be for one lap. He should be. Although the last time I remember him at Redbud, he had to go to the LCQ to get in.
Yes.
That was on a Yamaha.
Not factory, but yes. Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yeah. It's tough for our buddy Alex Ray right now, and we're all Alex Ray fans. I bought him a $100 dinner.
I really like Alex. I really like A-Ray, and
yes.
It's not that I forget, but it is very much reinforced every time I hang out with him.
I was going to let him borrow my bike because he didn't have a bike. So, I mean, I like him a lot too. I just feel like he can help himself at times.
Yeah, I agree with that. There are many times when he's racing that I'm like, man, you got to make better decisions than that. It's just right now, none of this that's going on with the motorcycle seems to be his fault.
I mean, JT DNF'd 6 motos in a row, so he understands the pain.
Yes.
What about...
That was a terrible time in my life.
Are we more concerned with A-Ray or more concerned with 7 Deuce Deuce?
I think 7 Deuce Deuce is having the time of his life.
Okay, well, when doesn't he, right? Like,
yeah, I think he's fine.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought he would be better as well, honestly.
Really?
Yes.
No,
I did not.
Not me.
Really?
No.
No points?
Ty is the outdoor warrior. Bro.
No points. You thought he would not get any points?
100%.
Really?
JT, right?
He's right where I expect him to be.
Yeah.
30th?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
I guess I believed in him a little bit more.
It's really never been his bag
No.
outdoor championship.
Absolutely, I understand. I just thought he'd be the 20 to 25 guy consistently.
Those guys are pretty good though. Like these kids that like Grant Harlan and these guys, they're pretty decent, man. Cody Schock. There's a whole new league of privateers that have kind of rolled into that 450 class.
Yeah.
Look at Bowers. He can't do better than like 23rd, 24th.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
right.
know what's going on with the bear
you're
right now.
Yeah.
It's not good. Keefer, you had a point to make about Mason Gonzalez.
So I was telling Steve, and I don't know you and Steve talked about this.
Oh yeah, we've chatted. Yeah.
When Aiden and I was at Loretta's, the amateur national, I watched Mason. I didn't know anything about him. Didn't even know who he was for the longest time. I actually found out later on in the week who this kid was that was stalking Styles all the time and then actually won a moto. To me, that kid is technically a better rider than Styles is. As I watch him ride, he reminds me of a lot of older Cooper Webb on the Yamahas, when just how he attacks the track, how he gets the corners, where his body positioning was. And to me, I see more upside to Mason with his technique and ability than I do Styles. So, silence?
Yeah, silence. Silence from JT.
No, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Styles beat him. I don't know what. I mean, obviously, Rockstar Husky disagrees with you. I don't know what else you want me to tell you.
But he's on a bike that's not as good as Styles' bike.
Yeah, I mean, we think those Yamahas seem pretty decent, and he starts top 10 every single moto. So I don't think you can say, well, the bike's holding him back. He's up to front almost every time on the start, top 10.
Well, has he, and maybe I should do more research on this, but he has beat Styles in some motos this year, correct?
Yeah, he's running really well. I don't think this should be a Styles versus Mason thing at all. I think Mason's doing great, but I don't want it to turn into where Steve is going with a put down Styles thing either.
No, and I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying I think there's a lot of upside to Mason that I see more than I do with Styles. That's all I'm saying.
That's where I struggle with the more upside versus the other, because in their history, Styles has definitely beat Mason more times than not. Loretta's Styles was the better rider. That's why he won the title. So, yeah, I mean, it'll all play out in front of us, right? And I think if Mason keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to get a ride somewhere either way. I think if you continuously put yourself in the top 10 in the 250 class on a privateer bike, you're going to end up on a better bike sooner than later.
Average finish for Styles, 15.8. Average finish for Mason, 14.3.
Yeah, I wasn't really talking about outdoors. I'm talking about Loretta's, where it was all decided.
Well, I'm just saying right now, like I'm looking at this, and
Styles hasn't done very well.
Right.
I agree with you.
But I don't know if I'd go off average finish right now, because Styles, there's some mud racers, and it affects that average finish.
Styles is up 3 points on Mason, 70 to 67.
Right. JT, Mookie and the MCR team is definitely divorced after a successful 2020 campaign. Malcolm's looking for a ride. He posted a photo today on a Cowie. I know he was talking to the Star guys, but that seems like they're full with Barsha going back there. It's unbelievable, but they just didn't get along. And Malcolm had his best season ever. Good bikes. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think.
It seems so promising.
Yeah, I don't know what to think, right? I know, yeah.
It just seemed like this, and I had zero insight, but there was a time where this seemed like a match made in heaven. Everyone seemed so happy. I remember the picture on Instagram of him signing his new contract when he was still injured. And then here we are in the ashes, the aftermath. It is fully melted down. There seem to be hard feelings.
But he had his best year ever. Like this stuff happens with bad results. He just had his best year ever.
Yeah, I've had really good years on really shitty teams too.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be there anymore. So I know how it goes, and that's not what happened with Mookie. I think that team's pretty solid, but I think there's some of it too is when you grow up in the shadow of James Stewart and you see how it's done, on the very best teams with the very best effort for the very best rider, it has to be hard to go racing and see what it can be like and then be on a privateer effort where it's never going to be that. You're never going to have millions and millions of dollars budget thrown at you and every resource thrown at you. So I think that's a little bit of what it is Mookie grew up seeing what that can be like. And that's always going to leave something to be desired, I think.
I mean, there's no doubt. Moto Concepts, they're not a factory team. They do cut corners. They don't spend the.
But you have to. I mean, you can't.
Yeah. But how does Mookie, who doesn't do outdoors and has literally never had any real results until this year, think he could do much better?
I heard.
Well, yeah, it's tough.
And you guys would know more about this, but I thought it was just a money thing. I thought he wanted more money, and MCR couldn't fulfill that.
No, I think it's more than that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's some of it, but I don't know what he's going to do now.
And here's the thing about what JT said about maybe not getting exactly what he wants or the resources or whatever, but Tony is a fucking good resource. Like, he tries his ass off to get whatever the rider feels like he needs to do his best. Like, that's one thing I know he's really good at. Like, he pushes for the rider.
I don't think they were fans of each other.
Really?
Yep, I really don't.
But there are some things that Tony is not going to be able to get access to.
Yeah.
It's just unobtainium for a privateer team.
Right.
Period.
Yep.
Yeah. It's bizarre because, like, newsflash, there ain't much out there, right?
Right.
I know at some point around Utah, Mookie was talking about doing a two-man team with another guy that signed another deal already. So at Utah, he was already trying to put together like a privateer team-ish, But how? If it's me and an easy in a fucking fun mover, I'm not. I mean, the Moto Concepts thing is better than that. You're not getting factory parts. You're not getting support. I don't know. This is bizarre, and the worst part is I don't know where he can go. JT, there doesn't appear to be a landing spot because there's no chance he's giving up 7 gear. He's told.
Yeah, to me, that's the toughest aspect of everything.
Yeah.
Is if that's a non-starter, you're going to wear 7 no matter what, which I can appreciate. I get it.
Yeah.
That really limits your possibilities of where you can go.
Right. Because that second spot next to Baggett looks really good.
Well, then you gotta
can't go there.
And you gotta think. Then he really doesn't give a shit. If I think we're all talking about this. If he knows all this, right? Hey, I know what I'm going to get myself into. I know I have to wear 7. I know there's not much out there. He's got to know all of this, and he's still doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
Then he really doesn't give a shit.
That's fine. But when you're he put together his own team one year. It went like crap.
Mm-hmm.
The who sponsored it? Was BTO? Yeah, I think it was BTO, Suzuki.
Yeah, Suzuki. Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't work. Didn't go anywhere.
But you think about the spots that are available, gas, possibly a second spot at Rocky Mountain KTM. Those are legitimate quality spots on factory equipment, but they come with a gear deal, and that's something he has to make that decision, but it's also puts him in a spot where he really can't complain about not having a spot because you're disqualifying yourself from really good spots in the process.
So the gas is a Troy Lee deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, we'll see what happens with Mookie. Keefer, you got very upset with me during the commercial break. I was going to talk some more about Red Bud with JT, but
let's talk about this.
Let's talk about this because you got very upset with me.
JT, okay. How long have you known Steve?
22 years.
And you feel like when you guys hang out, you don't have to entertain Steve, right? You can do whatever the fuck you want. He does what he wants, and he
usually yells at me for me doing what I want.
But I'm saying, like as friends, you're at a level like you don't have to worry about him when you're together. You just, hey, what's up?
Oh, I don't care anyway. Yeah, that's for sure.
Right.
Definitely.
So, I was just talking to him upstairs. I go, I don't know how we got on the subject. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember. See, every time you go to Keefer's house, JT.
Oh, here we go. Yeah,
it's like the Keefer cult. He's got Janky, Vaj, Greg, the neighbor kid across the street. God knows who else. I'm probably forgetting a few people. Travis Preston just goes and hangs out there. Like, it's this little cult of Keefer. There's always someone. There's always someone around the house, JT. There's always someone coming and going. We showed up one time, and his buddy Greg was just weed whacking his backyard. No one was home.
Know who you're talking to. All right, JT.
No one was home, JT. And his buddy was like, "Hey, what's up? I'm just weed whacking." So like, so this is what goes on at Keefer's house.
Listen.
Go ahead. Keefer.
Okay, so yes, some of that is true. People do show up, My question to Steve was, hey, man, what if I just surprised you and just showed up? Hey, what's up? You want to go to lunch? And just like hung out with you without calling first just to see you. I thought I was at a level with him that he wouldn't give a shit. Nope. Come to find out, he would give a shit. He doesn't like that. He wouldn't want me to come. I go, so if I show up, 2 days from now, pop in, you would like it? He's like, nope, don't like it.
I don't like it.
Yeah, Steve is weird like that. Like if I want to, okay, perfect example. Thursday night, we get to South Bend. Okay, I'm excited. Race weekend, big 2 rounds over the weekend. I want to see my friends. I wanted to see Weege. I wanted to see Steve. Let's go to dinner. Let's hang out.
Right.
Nope. No hanging out. I'm not going to see anyone, and I don't want to even talk about it.
That was Steve's comment?
That wasn't. That was not my comment, but yeah, I just said I ate already.
The tone.
Yeah.
That's the tone.
Okay.
Like, no, I don't want to see any of you. No.
Now, there is a friendship level. I feel like there are some friends that you wouldn't just want showing up because I feel like they don't know when to leave. They don't got that radar. Okay, I've stayed long enough. I'm dipping out. I feel like I have that radar, and I feel like Steve and I were on a level that he would know that I'm not just going to hang around and follow his ass around like fucking Rocky. So I thought we were good. But obviously, he feels like I'm a pest. I will stay here and never cling on and be like a fucking leech. And
just call and make some plans and say, hey, man, I'm going to come by. Let's do this. Let's
go
out.
Antisocial.
Okay.
He's antisocial. I'm telling you.
How do you feel, JT, as a homeowner?
As a homeowner.
Yeah.
Oh,
you come home.
Easy association.
And your buddy's in your backyard working on your backyard for you.
That's cool.
That's actually really nice of him.
Thank you.
Okay, all right.
I mean, as long as he's not working on your old lady, I think it's fine.
And it wasn't a surprise. I told him to bring it over. And I wasn't home, so he started doing the job. That's what friends do.
And then, JT, like, you're there at the house. Have you ever been to Keefer's house, JT? I don't even know.
I have not, no.
You're there at the house, and it's just fucking Grand Central Station, dude. Just,
oh, my God.
Just fucking, like, just Grand Central Station. You're just like, everybody's around, and you're just like,
oh, my God.
He is a social, a social person.
No,
I think
he is.
You like to be a hermit.
He is that way.
But that's such I like being alone. Heather goes to work. I have an office at the house.
Yeah.
I'm alone. It's
right.
nice.
Yeah,
I drove up today by myself.
I know, but just.
But I do like. I have a very few friends that I consider like I would want to come over. You're one of those.
Thank you.
Vaj.
Yeah.
Janky.
Yep.
Greg.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, and they're always there.
No. Travis. Travis is another one.
Yep.
But Travis knows. We all have the radar. Hey, man. What's up? I'm dipping out.
Yeah,
That's it.
It's just too much. And if you're gonna come by, love for you to come by. Let's hang out. Let's grab dinner. Just can we plan it? Can we plan it?
I'm just saying, most of the time, yes. But I thought we were at a level where I could just come in as I wanted.
Nope.
Didn't know that.
Nope. Do not. What if I'm beating off?
Great.
What if I'm?
I'll leave you alone. Hey, man, you beating off? I'll dip out for a sec, and I'll fucking move on to the other room.
I just don't
finish her up.
Don't surprise me like that. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's bullshit.
And JT's on my side.
No, he's not.
So it sounds like.
That's just sad. It's sad that you can't understand the levels of friendship that can go on with people.
Can you just call me?
Yes, I can call you.
Okay, thank you. That's all. I just want to call.
That makes me so mad, JT.
I just want to call.
Hey, I'll give you a perfect example, Steve.
Yeah.
So Max and I bicycle a lot. Max Stephens, who is our marketing manager for WPS, we bicycle.
Is that the guy who screwed me out of the money for the cameras?
He was in on it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right.
He has my garage code, and he just comes in.
Really?
Yep.
Just whenever you want, come on in.
Wait, you'll be home watching TV, and Max will just walk in.
Yep.
There it is.
Oh, fuck.
That's fine.
Marks,
because he knows him.
Marks,
Max is at the level.
Do you have someone like this, Marks?
I don't know if I'm quite to that level, like where someone can like pop in.
Thank
or
you.
not. I'm sorry, not pop in, but like have the garage code and just come in whenever.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, if they were there working on my yard, I wouldn't care.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, I live alone, so I don't have a family or a child, so it's a little bit different than Mark's situation. But yeah, I trust him. Like there's nothing. I don't have anything to hide. So,
I trust Keefer, but just give me a fucking call if you're coming over.
This is actually straight up shocking to me. I did not think that it was like that. Even though I haven't done it, and I probably would never do that.
Yeah.
The thought of you saying no bums me out.
Well, if you show up, you drove 2.5 hours here. I'm not going to just shut you down.
Well, no, I'm not going to do that now because deep down you'd be like, fuck this guy. I want him gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Moving on.
Bullshit.
J-Mart Ferrandis. JT, this is going to get good. We had a caller earlier ask if J-Mart would be mad about the move that Ferrandis did, and is Ferrandis going to ramp up his aggression because, we're winding down with the races and he needs to make up points. And I said yes to both of those. And,
Really?
This is going to get good, I think.
I think it is going to get good, but I don't think Ferrandis is going to ramp up the aggression. I don't, because I think the aggression is getting him in trouble. I think he needs to clean it up and calm down and just put in rides that he's capable of. Whatever he's doing to try to fix is not going to plan. So he just needs to get better starts, stay out of trouble, stay off the ground, and utilize the fact that he's really, really fast. So I hope he's not planning on going crazy and ramping up the aggression because I think it'll work against him.
Well, I just mean when you get shitty starts and you got to come through the pack, you're gonna get greasy.
Yeah, but I mean, like at Ironman, he really wasn't so greasy. He was just better, like he just rode around people.
Yeah.
So
I think
he's got to clean all these things up. You can't be crashing in the first turn and do all these things. Not against someone who's as polished as J-Mart is right now.
I mean, you got Star Yamaha, McElrath, Masterpool. They get good starts. And how do you not get good starts on that bike?
I don't know.
I don't know. Where's DV? Dude, you could probably miss a shift and still be top 5 on that bike.
I mean, Shane.
Yeah, but they don't know shit.
Shane spun off the gate this weekend. Second moto, so it is possible. Shane's been up there almost every start, but
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Most of the time, he's 10th or back.
Right.
So.
Yeah. No, I don't know either. Yeah, I have no idea how that's going to work going forward. It's going to be good though. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it's cool to see J-Mart up there doing coming back from an injury like that.
Well, he got a job at a dealership. I don't know if you heard.
It's not a real job.
Oh, thank you.
It's not a real job.
Thanks. Thank you.
I just like how they play it to make it like, hey, he's grinding. He ain't doing nothing. He's hanging out at the dealership, putting some orders together. Come on.
He's got enough money in the bank, Keefer, to buy that dealership.
And if he wanted to quit, he could at any time. That's not a real job. A real job is you have to fucking stay there even if you hate it.
JT, I didn't even prompt Keefer on this, by the way. That's my thinking.
I think you prepped him.
I did not. Did I prep you on this?
No, you did not.
Did I prep you at all?
No.
Nothing.
But I'm just tired of hearing it. He fucking did something. I think it's cool what he did.
Yeah, he's helping out a buddy with a dealership.
Clearly
That's cool.
Clearly you don't.
Don't show up at the house, okay, JT? God forbid.
That too. I can't even get him to come out of his hotel room at a race.
I respect that. I like that move.
We got Randy. He's got a garage code story. Randy, what's going on? What's your story, Randy?
So I got a buddy of mine that was nice enough to let me leave my compressor in his garage. So he gave me his garage code. So one day I come by to go in the garage to use compressor, and I go up to his front door because I heard a little noise, and he opens the door, and I'm looking down the barrel of a loaded gun.
Oh.
See, it's that.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you know?
That's too much.
Yeah, a little scary.
Ah, there you go. That could happen, everybody. That could happen.
I mean, that's on your buddy.
Happen.
That's on your buddy. If your dude's that paranoid,
Was it pitch black or something?
yeah, don't be giving out your code.
No. So he had a situation the week before that he didn't tell me about where somebody actually went into his garage when it was open and stole some stuff. He doesn't live in the hood, but it happened, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well,
you're not helping the situation,
No,
sir.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you for that story. That was exactly what I was afraid of this whole time.
Maybe your
Thanks,
friend
Randy.
should look at whose car is outside, or
Thank you, JT.
before putting your gun barrel on someone.
Yeah.
Obviously, if I hear my
check into
garage
it.
door open, probably could be my buddy. He has my garage code.
I think the whole thing with you and I, too, does boil down to a little bit of the whole cooling the cheese thing and all the people that were around there then, too.
that was most of your people.
I know.
Because you're Canadian.
JT, Kay Clayson is on the line here. Kay Clayson, what's going on, man?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
We're good. You have a bone to pick with JT. What? I don't even know what this is about.
It was with both of you. It wasn't with just JT.
Okay.
Actually, I think it was more with Steve than JT. I don't really remember JT's exact words, but more with Steve.
He knows how to get on the air. Because if he said you, he wouldn't have been on.
It says Clayson bone to pick with JT for the description.
Good job, Cade. Perfect.
Yeah.
Either way. Anyways, on the A-Ray note, A-Ray's going to be all fixed this week. I had talked to him earlier.
Oh, that'll do it? You just talked to him? That'll do it?
No. It doesn't have to do with me talking to him. I got inside knowledge he's going to be good to go come Millville.
So he's got
Fuck my ass.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways.
He by the way, he disputes the notion, Keefer, that he has a gorilla foot when he shifts.
He's got a lead foot.
I told him that you said he's got a gorilla foot.
It's smash or grab right there.
Right. So
Hulk smash.
Right. All right.
Okay. Anyways, I don't understand how you think the 250 class is weak and not deep.
That's JT. That's JT.
I thought you said it.
Dude, the 250 class is stacked.
Nope. JT has said that more than a few times.
Like,
Not
I don't
compared to
get
the
it.
450 class,
There's
I don't
five
think.
dudes. There's 5 dudes who won motos, 3 dudes who won overalls. I think that anyone in the top 10 in points could be on the podium. I don't know how that's not deep.
Anyone that's in the yes, guys crash and bikes break and all kinds of stuff.
But like when you watch J-Mart crash with I don't remember. I think he crashed at 10 minutes left in the moto, and he got up in 11th and he got 11th. Like he didn't. It's not and then he won the second moto.
You can't say that after I just watched Ferrandis come from 40th to 3rd.
Well, Ferrandis is freaking sweet, but it's the same thing. Like if you watch Tomac past years, the 450 class is still deep, even though Tomac's killing everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. You're not going to sway me. I have my opinion. I don't think it's when I watch the 450 class, I'm like, that guy won a title, that guy won a title, that guy won races, that guy won a title, and I'm like going back and further back and further back and further back and further back, and these guys have all won races and titles. It's pretty wild to me in the 450 class. So.
Oh yeah, you don't have to explain it to me. Trust me, I get beat by those guys all the time. But
yeah.
I feel like some of the dudes in the 250 class deserve a little credit because I feel like they're all really fast. They're just getting beat by
hold on, though.
Dylan and Jeremy.
Hold on. We have seen, Kate, in JT's defense, I don't have the stats in front of me, but RJ, J-Mart, Dylan, Shane have taken the majority of the first 4 spots to the motos.
And hey, Mark, don't forget about Troll Train.
No, okay, yeah, Troll Train. I would wonder. We need to do this. Figure out the top 5. Let's say variety of places in the top 5 in the 2 classes.
And the points?
Well, just number of riders that have finished in the top 5. I'm going to say that the 450 guy has more guys.
You also have like Mitchell Harrison. He's riding really well, but he's also a fill-in guy, and he went 4-6 this weekend.
6-4.
Same thing.
Okay.
I think everyone in the top 10 except McAdoo has finished in the top 5 so far this year, right? And Mumford finished in the top 5, right?
Did he? Mumford get a 5th?
I think
he got it in one moto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 10.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Cade. You called the wrong number because these 2 dudes, and if you're right, they're not going with you. Okay, I sit back and I listen to these 2 fuckers all day long. I just don't say anything because there's nothing that you're going to bring to the table that's going to change their opinion. You heard what JT said. You're not going to change my opinion. That's basic shit, dude. This is what you're dealing with these 2 dudes. So you can come with facts, you can come with figures, you can come with Jesus H. Christ himself, and these 2 dudes aren't going with you.
It's more about the fans and the listeners. I'm really just trying to give them real knowledge too. It's all about them.
Well, okay, hold on a second. What we're talking about is a subjective opinion on the 2 classes. Like nobody is really right.
But I'm just saying, even Cade had a point. Let's say he was like, dude, and we figured it out and we quarterbacked it.
Yeah.
You still wouldn't.
Yeah. Fuck Cade.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fuck his point. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. So, all right, Cade. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm still mad at Keefer because he left me on red I left him a voicemail, didn't call me back.
Oh,
so
shocker.
First of all, I didn't leave you on red because I don't have that on my phone.
I'm joking. I left you a voicemail. You didn't call me back.
I have nothing. You know what? Here's how it works, Cade. You're right, Cade. I didn't fucking call you back.
What a hero
I
you
am
are.
wrong, Cade.
Just a hero.
I am
Thank
wrong. You are right. There's your satisfaction for the night.
Why don't you two fucking guys start the Cade and Kris show and
I'm
fucking
just
go
saying,
do your own thing?
CNC or CNK.
C&K.
But anyway,
C&K.
you're right. My fault.
That's 2 shows in a row where you have left people, out to dry.
Yeah.
Last
Who
show
else did I
was
leave?
The lawyer guy.
The
and the show
guy who
Oh,
called in.
yeah.
Yeah, you ditched him.
He emailed me later on, and I emailed him back, so we're good.
Okay, all right.
Just like Barsha and Eck, they're all set.
Yeah.
$40.
Well, I expect a phone call tomorrow then, Keefer.
Okay, you got it.
Thanks, Cade.
I respect a man who gives another man a lot of meat.
Wow.
There you go. That's your drop now, Cade. Congratulations on that.
I like it.
All right.
Later.
All right, see ya. Liz has us. Liz, you there? Liz.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Oh.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get her.
Hey, man, you fucking hold on a second, all right? Let me get
not
Liz.
live.
Let me get Liz.
Oh, geez, Louise. Hi, guys. How's
Hey,
it
what's
going?
going on, Liz?
So just want to say this is totally off topic. It's not
Yep.
about weed whacking or dick whacking
Okay.
or guns
All
and
right.
shotguns. But it is gear related.
Okay.
I just put my husband up with the new fly racing stuff, and I got something catchy. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Heard you were fly racing, Formula style.
Formula style.
Yeah, like they're Formula. They're carbon helmets. The new technology that they
Yeah.
put in their helmets.
Yeah.
Come on, that's pretty catchy.
I mean, is it catchy, JT? Keefer, anybody?
I don't fucking get it.
I didn't hear it.
Is Formula
Hold on. JT didn't hear it. Say it again, just like you did.
I did.
Say it
I did
again.
hear it. I just don't know what to say.
I heard you were fly racing, Formula style.
Is that like In and Out,
Animal style?
Protein style, or Animal style?
Is that like animal style?
Oh, come on. If I saw that, I would be promoted as a woman to buy some gear for my husband. I'd be like, hell yeah, that's awesome.
I don't
I'm
fucking
in.
get it.
You don't get it? How do you not get that?
Formula style. It's the helmet. I understand that, but like, what is it? What are you talking about? What's the ha-ha part? What is the ha-ha?
It's a hook. It's a hook.
Oh.
I like it, Liz. Yeah, I like it.
Li-
It's catchy.
Liz,
It's pretty. It's catchy. It's
Liz,
fresh.
you're badass
What?
anyway because you got your dude a good helmet. Okay?
Oh,
So
yeah, only-
just right there, you're cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they're new. I just got on the 2021 Elite. I do have some complaints, though.
Oh.
So I know that they released that helmet in November of last year, but then they just kicked off their 2021 with it's basically the same helmet, but the price point is different, obviously.
JT, would you like to respond to this?
Well,
Yeah,
it's
I mean, I
just
guess
a
it's
different option.
pretty-
So you have the best one. You have the full carbon option. So
Yeah, which is, it's amazing. My husband's already taken it out riding, and it is so lightweight, and those vents, wow.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it, but just from him.
I love it.
know.
I just like your
Got it.
energy, though. I love it.
Yeah, when's the last time Heather talked to you about the venting in your,
None
in your
ever.
helmet?
She don't give a shit.
Right.
Dude,
right.
I think this chick's into me.
Liz, I think you have a fan in Kris Keefer here.
I like Liz. Let's do a Liz segment every week.
Every week,
Yeah.
Liz calls in.
We let my husband ride all the time. It's like our family thing. Hell yeah. It's
She
great.
has to call in with a new catchphrase every week.
All right,
Yeah.
because nobody really liked your catchphrase, we're gonna give you a T-shirt, okay? Either you or your dude or your kid or whatever. We're gonna give you a T-shirt. Stay on hold. We'll get your information. We'll get you out a prize. All right, Liz?
Okay, cool. Right on, guys.
All
See
right,
ya,
thank
Liz.
you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Chicks are red.
Formula style.
I don't understand that.
Well, it was the point in the beginning where she said, "Are you fly Formula style?"
Yeah.
No one? JT?
I'm out.
I blacked out. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative.
All right. Nash,
Gentlemen,
what's up?
I took a little hiatus, but I'm back.
How are you?
All's good. I'm great. Keefer and Jason Thomas and
Hi, Nash.
Lone Wolf. All's good. All's good. Two things that are relevant, and it happens to be that the previous caller kind of set me up in a good way.
Okay.
So,
Formula style? Liz did? Liz set you up in a good way?
Well, she was talking about the Formula helmet,
Oh,
which
okay.
is relevant to my thing.
Okay.
So I wanted to call him and transmit information back to why. My daughter had a pretty intense wreck in GNCC and took a dirt nap and she got knocked unconscious. And I wanted to share with the Cult Nation what the neurologist said to us. She's fine. Everything's fine. It's all good. It was the one where Osborne was at the high voltage. And the neurologist came in the next day and said, hey, I don't know what kind of equipment you guys are using, but what we assessed from the report was your daughter hit the ground at 25 or 30 miles an hour, and she should not be in as good shape as she is right now. She's, she does have some ill effects, and, we took a month and a half off, et cetera, et cetera. But the helmet, she had the carbon formula helmet on, and she loves wearing it. She loves the helmet. I bought one. I love it. And brainwash everybody in pulp to buy these helmets. But I was an Arai guy for 20 years, and I love Arai. It's a great helmet, still is. But I just can't get over when a neurologist says to you in a trauma unit, like, hey, keep doing what you're doing with whatever you're fine. She said, I've seen people come into this room going a lot slower and have a lot more severe effects residually from not wearing proper equipment or proper gear. So
good to hear. Yeah, it's a great helmet. They've got proven technology. The guys at Fly have done a great job with it. So yeah, that's awesome. Good to hear.
Yeah, it is. Well, and it is comfortable. But you guys I don't want to overhype it, because then people are like, oh, that's fake, or Nash is calling it whatever. It's the truth, and I'm sticking to it. The main reason my call, in addition to that, was I wanted to hear Keefer and Jason Thomas's, and well as you, Steve, input on what do you guys see in different in Barsh's bike. Now I know RV is heavily involved, and that's not what I'm priming this part of the segment for. But Keefer, with your trained eye at watching a motorcycle, what do you see the key differences from, say, the beginning of the season, or even?
Well,
and I know Supercross is different.
I think Keefer has some insight on this for sure.
I know. I got some insight on that. I don't know how much I can say, because Steve will leave me to the edge here. So
okay.
I know they did some ECU tuning, and I know it's funny. I think a while ago, I remember someone was quoted. Big James told some media outlet that he doesn't go anywhere without ECU and suspension or something. People are like, it's a fucking ECU.
The factory wouldn't give him an ECU,
right?
And we made a lot of jokes. We made a lot of jokes.
And honestly, there is a lot with these new bikes and how they're built. You can make a bike really shitty with ECU, or you can make it really good. So a lot of the problem was hard packed tracks. You could see that the bike wasn't working as well, and they were, just off a little bit. I assume off a little bit on ECU tune. I think they've dived deeper with it, gotten better with it, have better maps, and you can tell, because I have a lot of that stuff on my bike, and there's a big difference with the Yamaha. And I've always said, you build the Yamaha too much, it gets worse. But you have to have some controllability, and I think they found some controllability. I think they found some better free feeling in the engine to keep it lightweight. So those two things combined, along with RV and those things, have helped that bike along.
Can I just say, and I'm Blue Crew, and I love Blue Crew and all that. Can I just say, though, that I'm a little skeptical. I've heard this before with Travis. They rented Ironman. They rented Washugo. Bike's way better. All the stuff we've heard. So, and then we saw Salt Lake and, this and that. So while I love Travis Preston, and I know we did a good job, and I know RV did a good job, and they're smart, I am not ready to just stamp that this bike won't cause Justin issues down the road.
Right.
That's all.
And let's face it, like suspension tuners, and I see a lot of them during the week when I go out testing.
Yeah.
Those guys have a hard job, because a rider will say it's great, the next week it's the biggest piece of shit.
Yeah.
So it's an always ever-changing thing, and a lot of these guys are quoted, how come you don't use last year's setting? Everything's evolved.
Oh, my God.
Well, Zach's using last year's setup.
That's what I was about to go with this.
Yeah.
I think sometimes, instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, let's go to last year's setting because we know it worked. Let's say the track has changed this year. You're still on a track. You're not off of it.
Yeah, but they can't. In Yamaha's case, it wasn't working last year, so that they got to improve. They can't go to last year's setup. No one was really happy with last year's setup when it ended.
Right.
So.
And hold on, Nash. And one thing that happens too, these guys, these test riders, they get these settings, right? And then the riders, over time, start moving the settings. They ask them, hey, I want more of this. Setting changes. Hey, can I get some of that? Setting changes. And then pretty soon, you're way off from where
lost.
Yeah.
So. Thanks, Nash. We got to run. Thank you, man.
Hey, front tire slip, rear tire kick.
All right. Glad you're well. Thank you. JT, did you hear about this Barsha Colt Neck story at Glen Helen?
I heard, yes. I heard Barsha, some of the fallout.
Right. Oh, Paula. Sorry, Paula. Barsha bought him a
40
lever.
bucks.
Yeah, $40 for a lever. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, let's do the X-Brand goggle tear-off, shall we?
It's the X-Brand tear-off segment. 15-second rapid-fire Q&A.
Rapid fire. X-Brand goggles, a choice of champions you ever wear, like Alex Ray, just to name a few. Kyle Chisholm wears X-Brand. You name it, they wear X-Brand.
What if Stu came over unannounced? Would you let him stay? Would you be okay with it?
Yes.
That's fucked.
X-Brand goggles, EKSbrand.com, EKS20 at motorsport.com to save with the folks at X-Brand goggles, 4-layer foam, outriggers. They got models without the outriggers. X-Brand goggles, great company, great goggles. You know their name, you know the price, and you know how good it is. So Keefer loves the X-Brand. It's all he wears. All right, these questions are submitted by Corey Moser. Do you know him at all? JT?
Nope, unfamiliar.
All right. Let's do this, Marks.
Steve, will Supercross go racing again without fans?
No. I've said this over and over. No.
I've heard they're trying to sell it.
I heard that too, but I don't know how true that is. If you're trying to sell it right now, it's at the lowest possible point.
Right.
So, I don't know how well that's going to go.
Buy high, sell low. JT, when's the last time you felt the Redbud track was quote-unquote traditional?
The National last year, I guess, 19.
All right. These questions are not off to a good start.
A little rough.
Like Ferranis starts.
Because it's Tuesday. Keefer, why are Preston's abs so much better than yours?
Because he spends a lot more time in the gym and doesn't ride as much as me.
By the way, we saw Brownie Saturday night. No. Saturday night, JT? Yeah, Saturday night. At dinner.
Oh, good.
Myself, JT, Weege.
Did he eat with you? Or
Aaron?
No?
Nope. He was there with Styles Robertson.
Talk to him?
Yep.
And we saw Brownie.
We did.
He's a legend.
He is.
And I said, by the way, Keefer says if you would have raced, he would beat you.
He got him all spooled up.
Yeah, because I said, Keefer said, and this is what you told me, Keefer.
Yeah.
I trained for Brownie.
I did. I did.
Which JT laughs at.
I mean,
I trained for Brownie. Like, what does that mean?
That means I know how far I have to push myself to beat the dude, because he's a way better rider than me.
All right.
Plain and simple.
He wasn't having it.
I'm sure.
I came back with, you trained for Brownie, but you got beat by Paymart.
Oh, here we go. Fuck off with that. Come on.
Facts.
Don't.
All right, next question. He's so mad at you right now, JT.
Steve, how many more DNFs before A-Ray's team throws in the towel?
The team's good. The team's working hard. They want him to race. But A-Ray, like, his deal isn't like a paid deal. Like, he has to earn his purse money and pay expenses
He's got
and everything.
free stuff.
Yeah. So he was going to quit, I think. And I think his dad said, "You're not quitting, son." And may or may not have helped out.
I like that.
Right.
But here's my thing. And no offense, I don't want to get on the team, but can we not oversee or just take it a little slower when building A-Ray's bike? Can we look it over a little bit more? Can we help that situation?
Yes.
Okay.
I agree. Yeah. All right.
JT, where does Mitchell Harrison end up next year?
Good question. I don't know, man. There are not a lot of open spots in there. This Geico thing really throws a wrench in it, because now you have guys like Shimoda and Mumford and all these guys that don't know if they have a home either. Hunter Lawrence, maybe. I don't know. It's a really tough spot to be in, but he's doing everything he can. Going, like 6'4", that really makes a statement for those who have him on their short list.
29.6. Good job, JT. Years. It's taken years, but you're just getting in there.
He's got his own timer now.
Yeah, he's getting in under 30 seconds. It's very
Just
respectful.
for you.
Very respectful.
Keefer, what has a bigger impact on future bike development budgets, bike sales or global economy?
That's a good question, actually. Future, I would say none. None of the above.
All right.
And here's why, real quick. Yes, they do look at the economy. That does play a factor eventually, but no matter what, the R&D process is going to go on regardless if the country is doing good or not. those things that Japan is making are going to make their way over here, and we're going to test them. Plain and simple.
All right, Steve, what was the best Stu quote of the weekend?
Oh. I can't think of any top of my head. JT, you got anything?
I don't.
When did you know he was there? When did you find out?
Saturday night.
So before Monday, you knew he was coming.
No, Sunday night. Sorry,
Okay.
the race is Monday, right?
Okay.
Sunday night. Yeah.
Who leaked it?
He was spotted.
Oh, okay.
He was spotted in the wild.
Spotted. A stew in the wild.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anything. I mean, everyone was stoked to see him. I mean, I think everyone was pretty stoked to have him there, you know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was cool. Jet's quote was pretty funny, where he said he acted all cool, but inside he was freaking out.
Did he say sorry to JT again for landing on him or no?
I don't think he's ever said sorry to JT for landing on him.
No, he did. He
Oh,
did.
oh, he did?
At Atlanta, like 2 weeks later, he did in staging. He said that he was sorry.
47? That's Thomas! All right.
JT, the moto community is generally Republican. Besides Anton and Steve, who leans more blue?
Barsha. Barsha is leaning pretty blue these days.
AP?
That was a good one.
I don't know. Yeah, it is definitely a red community.
Your joke was way better than Liz's joke, by the way.
Yeah, formula style.
Yeah.
I would say most of the media tent leans pretty blue.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, next question.
All right, last one. Keefer, what differences will the gas have compared to the KTM and Husky?
I would assume, and I honestly do not know for sure, but I know I don't think it has a carbon subframe. I think it's more KTM style. Shrouds will be different. Suspension specs will also be different. It'll be proprietary to Gas, which will mean 3 different specs on those bikes. And past that, I do not know. And I'm not supposed to see those until December.
I was going to ask you when they're coming out.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. X-Brand goggles, choice of champions everywhere. Anything else, JT? We're going to bring in Betts if you want to stay on for that. He's got an interesting.
That's all right. It's almost 11 o'clock here. I'm good, but Betts is always a good time.
He's got
he
interesting.
Is going to be.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Well, he's got an interesting take on lappers.
Oh, I already got the inside line on that. It's going to be good.
Right.
You're still back east?
I am. Yep.
Okay.
I'm back east.
Fly Racing, flyracing.com.
Evo line. You got to get some Evo gear, Steve.
I got to get Evo?
Yeah. I told JT again.
I have enough gear. I am good.
Yeah.
I like that blue kinetic mesh.
Get on the Evo line, dude. It's really good.
He needs to try it. He's never worn like athletic, stretch style gear.
Yeah.
Ever.
Right.
Wow. I think you should try it once.
Well, I don't know.
even know. Just get him some, JT. Don't even let him know. Surprise him. He loves it. He loves surprises.
Yeah, he does. He's big on that.
It's
he likes when you just send him things.
Yeah.
Fly Racing, formula style.
Formula
If
style.
if I send you Evo gear, are you going to give it away?
No, I'll wear it. Yeah.
Okay.
There
All
it
right.
is.
You're not going to give it a tits?
No. Thanks for calling, JT. Fly Racing.
See you guys.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
That's Jason Thomas, everybody. Firepower. Firepower batteries.